Hi guys, welcome back to another video. You guys know how I always play a bit of Fortnite. I said I would be playing a bit of 2K, and this is 2K if you guys don't know what it is. I'm playing My Career, so if you've played it before, My Career is where you can't switch and you make your own character. I've played before, and I'm a 72 overall. And yeah, I'm just going to be playing 3 games of that. And I hope you guys enjoy. Our first game is against the Phoenix Suns right now. And I've already played a bit of this season. And after this season, I'm allowed to trade. So I'm going to see who gives me good offers. And whoever gives me good offers, I'll just go into their team. Because this team's kind of trash except for Curry. But when they have me, they actually start winning. Because look what I can do. I usually average, it usually says about 37 points per game. So, and people in my team can get traded. So like Jimmy Butler could get traded again in that team. Because he's already barely got it from the Miami. Yeah, like for example, we don't have Gary Payton. He's transferred to the Suns. See right there, number 0 in the Suns. He was on our team.
Sent out to try to find out where the defense is.
That was poor by me.
And hitting from the mid-range here and early. I mean, really
the Jason Jackson trust me.
Yeah, he's got to be a little bit more on their radar after knocking down something like that.
These are the people on our team if you wanted to see. We have me, I'm Finn King, that's my own character. And then we have, see, Max Christie got traded into our team. I do. That might have been like someone that got from the draft because we got the first pick in the draft.
Back to Curry, 6 to shoot. Here's King. Booker defending. King gets the bucket. 7 points in the game.
It feels like Steph doesn't even have to look. He just knows where his teammates are.
Steph and Curry is still playing, but the debates have already started about where he ranks among the all-time greats, Brent.
LBA, it's a matter of opinion, but if your opinion is that he shouldn't be up there, shame on you.
And if you like miss shots and you haven't been passing much, bad shot selection, so you kind of lose.
Takes the assist and lays it in.
But if you make good shots, you kind of
Kevin Durant baskets, but certainly can't be that easy for him.
Up top, Jackson Davis. King gets the bucket.
Man, right off the bat, super sharp.
Am I not giving you fans for him? I don't know why I'm not giving fans for him. And then how good you play, you get like VC. That's coins that you can spend to like upgrade your character. Upgrade your character. And I've had a lot so I'm a 72 over.
Kevin, he can always shoot over the top of you. Sometimes you feel helpless in that regard. Not a lot of solutions for a 7-foot sharpshooter, guys.
And Allie, thank you for that. Beal, the pass to Payton.
Oh, I'm knocking you, boy. What you got?
Offensive board.
Oh, I thought we had the ball.
Booker against Curry.
And then, like, your coach could set you off.
And Booker with the lay-in.
But to see my energy level, yeah, if I'm really tired, you can set me off if it's really low.
Pass to Curry. Butler
That's
on the wing.
nearly backcourt.
To the paint.
Go Curry. Go Curry. Shoot it, Curry.
Shot is good by Curry.
And another great assist. The offense is really clicking now.
Suns trail by 5.
And then I'll be playing a lot of 2K. Maybe some FC 25
and 1 minute 31 left to play in the first.
Like I said, but I didn't say FC.
Up top, Booker. He's covered by Curry. Puts it up for 15. Jackson Davis grabs the miss.
Couldn't quite line that one up. Just got to shake it off and move on to the next one.
You know, not too many teams have the stability at head coach as the Warriors have had, Brent.
Well, I'm not sure there's ever been a more perfect fit for a team than Steve Kerr with the Golden State Warriors. It has been a magical run in the Bay Area, and you just look at the type of connectivity he has with his players, and again, how much joy these Warriors play with.
And the timeout called by Mike Budenholzer. He wants to give him a breather and talk things.
Oh, he will. We'll just send to my next appearance. Okay, they put me back.
He's checked in for the Warriors. King comes in for Jimmy Butler. Kevin Durant, he's checked in for the Suns. Holiday comes in for Booker.
Let me. And it's all about defense. It depends how much.
O'Neal
If
passes
you
to
leave
Achua.
them open, they'll
Outside
probably make
Durant.
it. But if you don't leave them open, if you do
Tries
leave
again.
them open, they'll make it. But
Durant
if you've
powers
guarded
through
them
the
good,
contact
they
to finish
won't.
inside.
But if they're guarded
Anticipating
them,
the
it's just a
contact
layup.
there and
It
toughness
depends how
through
good they
that
are
play.
to
Durant
make
is
it.
not afraid to attack the defense.
On the floor for Phoenix. Achua is out there
Kobe
with
next
Royce
to-
O'Neal. Then there's Grayson Allen. Then there's Kevin Durant.
We're
And it's Holiday
cooking them.
in at the point.
Backing up that last three with another three.
Don't know how they
The
lose
defense
them. They
has
have
to
Stephen
stop giving
Booker
them so many clean
and
looks.
Kevin Durant.
Allen against Curry. Outside Durant.
Please, Benitsky,
Just 4 to shoot.
Please, Mark.
Durant draws the double.
Benitsky.
No
Yes.
good there.
Good defense.
The Warriors lead by 9.
No,
Stripped away.
I should have passed it.
Allen outside. Uses the glass on the
Who was
layup.
that?
Allen's got 8 points in the quarter.
Allen.
Making a slick move off the dribble to get the easy 2.
Pass to King. The kick out, Curry. Oh, Curry, what a tough finish.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
That's tipped. Down low. That one goes. Now he's 1 for 2.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
And it's Holiday with the ball
Oh,
for the
I
Phoenix
got
Suns. They trail by 11. This game coming after a loss versus the Raptors.
One thing we saw from them that game,
Yeah,
and we
that's
see it
what
around the league,
that lost
an
against the
over-dependency on the three-ball.
Well, you have to be able to use the three-point line in some
Good
way. It's
defense.
just such a weapon. In that
Good
game,
defense
it
team.
was just not there for them.
They've had a slight leg up on the boards and a big leg up on the scoreboard.
It's badly.
Pass to Moody from downtown. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Their last encounter was in Phoenix.
Today's game is about effort and energy. They got crushed on the glass the last time these teams played.
Well, let's see
And
if
last
the
time we
lesson
lost
was
them, we
learned from
won.
that loss. If they come out with the same type of effort,
And they probably
you
are going
can
to lose
expect a
this one
similar
again.
result here. Now, that play never gets old. The pick and roll will still be an offensive staple 100 years from now.
But
Trust
this
me.
play, I'm going to go for a
Changes here for
3.
the
I'm going to
Warriors.
get someone to screen
Jackson
and then
Davis
go
is
for
checked
a
in for
3.
Santos. Jimmy Butler comes in for Moody. And it's Kuminga in for Curry. The Warriors lead by 9. Butler passes to King. It's Pajemski on the wing. Here's King.
Okay, Jimmy.
Butler, a screen on Booker.
I make those. I make those. I make those.
And it's King missing.
I miss those. I miss those. I miss.
The Suns have gone 6 of 11 here in the second quarter.
I'm going to make this
Can't
next
get it to
3.
go.
I'm going to
Yeah, I
make
can't
it.
see why he
And it's
missed
gonna be a
that one
step
there.
back.
The D's close, but like plenty of room.
And that was not a 3.
Again,
Oh,
it's the Warriors missing.
I just
A
lost a lot of
wasted trip down the
fans.
floor. That's not a good shot at all.
Yeah, see the coach? He's got that frown on his face. I think we know
Yep,
why.
he
Not a
does,
high
but-
percentage look.
The commentators
Kuminga,
a
the
lot.
pass to Butler.
Yeah,
Here's
their
King.
coach probably has a frown on his face. Well, not anymore.
From behind the arc. Ooh, making his presence felt here. He's now 6 for 9 in this game.
There's
Very
Booker.
consistent tonight at the offensive end.
Yeah.
Right there, he helps fuel the
You're not
fire.
making this.
Oh, a tape measure basket from Booker.
Well,
What
Booker
in
looking
the
to
world
get
is
quick
tape
revenge
measure
after that
basket?
score.
Here's King. Booker defending. And it's
No.
King missing.
So far this quarter, he's been out of sync and might be pressing right now.
Beal outside. The 3. Can't get it to drop. And so
Just
it's the
shoot it,
Golden State
Katrina.
Warriors leading by 6 as we wrap up the quarter. Hey, 3 points is better than 2. They built this lead by tacking on that extra
Okay,
point at the end of
this
possession.
quarter,
Back
I'm at
after
like
this.
13 points. I need a lot of points to get to 37 because that's how much I've been, like, yeah, how much I've been getting per game. It's been getting per game. So,
Hello and welcome. They're getting bullied on the defensive end. Punch in the mouth. Kicked in the teeth.
I'll skip the
They're still
halftime
standing.
show.
That says something.
You guys waiting.
Okay, guys, now let's... Thanks, as always.
Okay. Hopefully my coach leaves me on.
And
Because
we've got second
I
half
need a
action
lot
for
of
you.
points.
Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game.
Oh, 10-point
Brent,
run.
we hear
That's
the
gonna
term
be
empty stats every
10
so
point run is
often.
where we
What are
need
your
to
thoughts
score
about
10
that
points
phrase?
and they
BA,
can't
when you
score.
play such a long season, there are going to be nights where the game is not all that competitive. But we also
Okay,
know
16
that throughout
points,
the
so
course
you
of
can
long
see
seasons,
up
there are teams
top
that
right.
are not going to be competitive. Still, those
16.
guys going out there on a nightly basis and putting up their numbers, getting those reps in, it means they're capable.
Jimmy Butler out there
Sacramento
with
won by
Jonathan
1 point
Kuminga.
against.
Then there's Stephen Curry. Then it's Trace Jackson-Davis. And it's King in at the shooting guard. So that's the group out there for Golden State. Back to Butler. Pass to King.
I make those.
Again, the Warriors score.
Well, because he's such a good scorer, people don't always talk about Jimmy Butler, the playmaker.
Booker, the pass to Payton. Outside
I
Durant.
have 5 assists.
They set a pick. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on
That was
Jonathan
not a
Kuminga.
foul. Look at this, guys. Look at this. Was that a foul? Watching Kuminga 0-0. Did he touch him? Did he touch him? That's a foul on Kuminga. Okay, never mind that. Yep, that's a foul. Yep, that's definitely a foul. Never mind. Yep, foul.
That's his first foul.
First team foul.
My bad. I thought it wasn't, but
And a minute
I
played
think
as the
that
second half
definitely
gets going.
was. So.
Durant's shot is off.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
When you look at the career of Kevin Durant, he's had an amazing list of teammates, Grant.
Yeah, that's true, BA. And it started with Westbrook and Harden. Then he had Steph, Clay, and Dre, Kyrie, and then Booker and Beal.
But
That
did he
is
make
quite the list.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here.
One of the things you got to admire about Kevin Durant is his ability just to continue to focus on playing basketball. This guy is a true hooper.
A moment to hear from Allie
Devin
LaForce.
Booker's locking
Ryan,
on?
the Warriors play a unique style predicated on passing and cutting off the ball. Stephen Curry
I
said
should
the
have
main
passed it,
goal
yeah.
is to just force the defense to make as many decisions as you can. So with all that ball movement and body movement,
Right, I
they're going
just
to mess
switched.
up at some point. Ryan?
Well, it helps having a weapon like Stephen Curry. Thanks, Allie. Here's King. 18 points for him. The shot. And again, it's
Okay.
the Warriors missing.
Damn it.
Suns trail by 7. Durant, the pass to Booker. Payton with a
I don't
screen
know
on Butler.
why Booker
Here's
has.
Booker.
I mean, comment down below
work
if you guys
defensively
play
by
2K
Jackson
why
Davis.
do people get like
Starting the half
rings
here,
and
1
right
for
now by
5, and the
weird. Like, look
offense
at
might need an ironing out.
Pass to Kuminga. To the inside. Now here's Butler. 6 on the shot clock.
Hurry pass.
Here's King. Pounded by Beal. And again, it's the Warriors missing.
Going into halftime, he had 2 threes in his pocket, but hasn't
I
added
need
to that
18
total since.
points.
Here's
I
Durant.
need a lot.
Yes! And it's Booker with the setup. Durant's got 5 points in the quarter.
One of
Yeah,
those
I need
nights
a
that
lot
Kevin
more
Durant is just massive for his team. For my money, this guy is the best scoring forward of all time.
But I've
And he
just
probably
gotten
thought he was
cold out
gonna
now and
bury
I'm not making any
Outside Booker
points.
from the arc. Jackson Davis grabs the miss. Jackson Davis has got his 5th rebound in this one.
20 points.
And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll
I
be
still
headed
get
to the
2
line for a
points.
pair.
And even from where we're sitting, you could clearly tell it was a foul.
Moody's checked in for the Warriors. And a change for the Suns.
Don't make this.
Chua's checked in. That one falls, so he hits both of them.
I make my free throws.
And Booker has got the ball here for the
my
Phoenix
free throws.
Suns.
But I miss a lot.
Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws
Shit
for him
them
coming up.
scores. They'll be here by 5.
All right, a chance to check out
Don't
stats
let them
for Kevin
get
Durant.
3.
And his effective field goal
Even
percentage
if
isn't
it's
in the
six.
best place right now. Over the last 5 games, he hasn't had much shot discipline. He'll be looking to play a lot smarter today.
And Achua is a good role player for this team. Someone that comes in, rebounds, defends,
Miss it.
gives you some hustle.
He does not get the second one. The Warriors lead by 6. Here's King. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. It's going to be on
Why are
Bradley
you
Beal.
fouling me?
The officials were right on top of that one.
That one misses.
I thought I never missed 3 throws. Never mind.
And he ends up missing both free throws.
Finally getting himself to the free throw line. He was sitting back in the first half with no free throws to show for it.
Booker, good.
Okay, I need
Devin
16
Booker will
points
score by
and
any
like
means
1
necessary,
minute
and that
because my
time
coach is
over
probably
decent
gonna say.
defense, getting the contact.
Here's King. Banked it in off the glass. King's got 22.
It's nice to see they're not settling for 3-pointers. These guys are putting in the work inside.
Got a piece of it. It's an even 3-on-3 break. Bounces high off the rim and drops. And now it's an 8-point Warrior lead.
This quarter belongs to him, and that's how you do it when you're out in front. Don't play it safe. Keep that momentum going.
And Booker puts up a deep 3. And it's Stephen Curry with the rebound.
He's been off the mark, and that hasn't helped them chip away at the lead. It's been a theme here this quarter.
Basket's good.
And when you've got your opponent down, you don't want to take your foot off the pedal.
This is what great players try to do. They're not allowing the opposition to gain any kind of hope to try and get back in the game.
They're really looking to that inside game here in the second half, getting away from taking a bunch of threes.
Curry passes to King. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Curry. Curry's got his 4th assist in this one.
Yeah, you would think a coach might have talked to his defense about making the adjustment on him, but right now, he's just lighting him up. Trying more and more to utilize the 3-pointer. It's a good idea. That's his 2nd 3 of the game. 1 in each half.
Here's King. Booker defending. Curry passes to King. Here's Moody. Butler on the wing. Inside. Here's Jackson Davis.
Jackson Davis just ruined it.
Second shot opportunity. And the layup is good.
Jackson
Davis has got 4 points this quarter. And so it's the Golden State Warriors.
I'm not going to even
shoot. Action up 10. Great
He's
shot
probably going to show
selection right
us
now.
assist of the
Keeping
game.
the game simple
And a state
getting high
promise
percentage
game.
looks. Back to the game. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it anywhere.
Yeah, I passed it. And that was actually how much is my coach going to send me a fee? How long?
He's checked in for Christie. Beal, he's checked in for Phoenix.
Passing. All Santos.
Warriors lead by 16. And so, in the game for Phoenix, Bradley Beal's out there with great...
I missed
Allen. Then there's Precious Achua. Then it's Royce O'Neal. And it's Durant in at the 3. Here's Beal. The Warriors pull it in. Podziemski's got his 4th rebound in this one. Outside Curry. Pass to King. From deep. Gets the 3 to fall. King's got 16 points here in the second half.
He's hit a pair of threes each half, making a significant impact.
And the Warriors making a change here. Christie's checked
Someone
in
on
to the middle to stop the run. And Allen gets it to go on the assist by Beal.
And Beal continues to be that guy where he opens your eyes with his playmaking.
Here's King. Allen defending. King gets the bucket. King's got 32 points.
He's carried much of the scoring load tonight. And with the win in reach, don't expect him to let him.
Why did it pause?
Curry against Beal. Here's Durant. Lays it up and banks it in.
Okay.
Yeah, sometimes
We're
nothing
still
to do with
smoking,
Durant. His size
but
lets
I
him
just need
defeat the
37
inside
points.
contact.
So.
Here's King.
Oh wow.
Excellent D there from O'Neal. Suns
That was
trail by
nice.
17.
No,
Outside Durant.
kind of was.
Pass to O'Neal.
Not scared. You should shut it.
Beal outside. Back to O'Neal. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Guys, I'm only going to be
Add some to your
playing
game, and Bradley Beal has
2
become a much more
games
adept
of
passer.
And Steve
my
Kerr calls
career.
time out here.
Mm.
Coach clearly has something he wants to say to his team right
Just
now. And some
2.
changes here for the Warriors. Jackson Davis is checked in for Santos. Jimmy Butler comes in for Christie. And it's Jonathan Kuminga in for Podziemski.
Not just the accuracy in the quarter, it's his movement and the energy that's getting him on this nice roll.
Back to Beal. Pass to Booker.
He should have passed the ball. It's kind of open.
And here's Beal.
No, he's not. He's
Left
covered.
side Durant. And it's out of bounds. Still Phoenix's ball.
Oh.
And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth now. They grab their own miss. And he comes up with a bucket.
We're still
Wow,
ahead
he
by a
really
lot.
fires up his team with his ability to extend possessions.
The Warriors lead by 15. Here's King. An easy 2 on the layup. King's got 36 points.
They've been
Seriously.
battling all night. Now they're on the brink of putting this game away.
No, great job of getting in position to win a game. It's been an all-out effort from the squad.
Beal, no good.
I mean, he's trying to shoot his way out of what's becoming a prolonged cold streak.
Yeah, he's got to move on, forget about this sequence here, and try to find a way to get on the board.
Since half, there's been a stark contrast between these teams. I'm talking about efficiency at the
Okay.
offensive end.
This team did something in halftime, going from a mild-mannered half-court executing team to some
Penguin
heroic
wall.
shooting in the second half.
And it's a completely new group for the Suns. A little over 3.5 minutes in the books now in this fourth quarter. Achua gets the bucket.
And this one hasn't been in doubt for a bit now. They came out on a mission, and you can bag up this win for the Warriors.
Loved how much they moved the ball out there tonight.
You guys
No one
know
got
how,
left out.
if you guys
This was
watch
a real team effort.
my
Man, this is a nice victory for them.
first
It's win
ever
number
YouTube
14
video,
of the year.
you guys
And
know
once
how I
this
said
game
I'd
is all
post
said and
daily.
done, they'll have a
I was a
healthy
bit
2-0
busy,
lead
so
in this
I'll
season
be
series.
posting daily now. But I will be posting daily.
Here's King, defended by Payne. King gets the bucket. King's got 38 points.
Impressive job by this team.
Well,
And you really
try.
can't discount the impact of this crowd here.
Awesome to see their output tonight, trying to urge their team on, and that can always help. That
Defense?
home advantage of home fans getting you going, fully on display here.
Can I make this?
O'Neal pulls it in.
I missed
And
those.
so it's Phoenix with it. 15-point game. Pass to Payne. Achua with it. Lets it fly.
I mean, defend.
The
That's
offensive
fair.
rebound.
Good defense.
Allen outside. This one for 3.
Good defense.
That shot is off.
Good defense.
And here are the Warriors now. Earlier in the game, they led by 19. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So
No,
he'll
why are
head
you
to the line
fouling
to
me
shoot a
that
pair. And the first one at the line is good. So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2.
I'll leave him open. GG's.
And so it's the Warriors taking care of business in this one. Boy, they were something special to watch tonight, and the crowd loved.
GG's.
Wins pay the bills, baby. I gotta get up early tomorrow to wait in line for some barbecue. No overtime tonight, okay?
Let's go.
Hey, MP. It's your world. We just live in it.
All right. There was a lot of talk in this locker room at the beginning of the season.
Using improper language or gestures, hindering the core part of team play. Spectators engaging in anything behavior are subject to ejection and possible arrest. Please report any violations of these rules to the nearest usher, security, or arena.
Hi everyone, thanks for joining us. The NBA Cup has been pretty wild and looking back at the group stage of the NBA Cup, these were two of the best in the West.
Yeah, these teams have been outstanding in the Cup. They're playing with confidence. Two of my favorites to win this thing, so something has to give.
And here we are in the quarterfinals. MP's very pleased to be here, but he knows the job is not done yet.
Oh, yeah, and MP wants it all. From the start of this competition, he told us he is all in on winning this thing, and he's 3 wins away from reaching that goal.
And now the Golden State Warriors starters. Jimmy Butler is out there with Adams. Then there's Moses Moody. Then it's King, and it's Curry in at the point guard position.
Even though he does most of his damage along the perimeter, Thompson can also dial it up inside.
Here's King after the made shot from Klay Thompson. The kick outside to Butler. The tray. They get the rebound. Here's Adams, and that one drops.
They have to put a body on Adams. He's too good of an offensive rebounder to not pay attention.
Now here's Hardy. Tight defense on him. Curry with the rebound. Warriors have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. King against Thompson. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. King's got his second basket of the night. Here are the Mavericks now. They beat the Warriors during their last encounter in the Bay Area.
And their last matchup was a nail-biter, but they hung on, and in part it was because of their rebound.
That was the definitive difference. I mean, it came down to the final seconds, but the tough work on the glass they did carried the day.
And to me, Draymond Green really embodies the idea of a high IQ player. He can read the opposition, predict where a play is going, and those instincts aren't something that can be easily taught to anyone.
About 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Well, I was able to talk with Coach Jason Kidd, and we talked about facing off against Jimmy Butler, and the coach said, you have to compete. No one in the league plays harder than Jimmy. He's a guy who gives his all on both ends, so you can't take one possession off. Jimmy Butler, truly a two-way star. Guys?
Thank you, David. Here's Harden, following the basket by Stephen Curry. Thompson with the bucket.
And Thompson thrives in those catch-and-shoot situations.
Back to King. Adams outside. Golden State moving it around. From the arc. And that will fall. The three-pointer on the line from King. King's got 7. Mavericks trail by 4. Hardy passes to Green. Thompson against King. Pass to Green. Butler with the steal. And here we go with Adams running it up the court. Here's King. That one wide left.
Well, you've got to be there defensively. I mean, that's an easy mid-range jumper that he'll typically drain.
Now here's Green. There's a minute 34 left in the first quarter of the game. The three from Davis. Warriors with the rebound. They defeated the Pelicans in their last game.
Yeah, I felt like they attacked, but with a purpose. They knew what they wanted to accomplish coming in.
Well, it really showed the trust they have in one another. I love how they got after it, and you could feel that they were playing for each other.
King, right side. Three-pointer. Rebound by Marshall. Outside for Curry. Here's King. Drains the three-pointer. King's got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for the Warriors.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
The shot by Thompson, no good.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Moody the pass to King. Shoots over Hardy. Out of bounds, Dallas will take possession. And the Mavericks will go for... Look for Dallas. Green, he's checked in for Washington. Anthony Davis comes in for Griffin. And Morris subbed in for Klay Thompson. And then for Golden State, Adams, he's checked in for Bay. Stephen Curry comes in for Moody. And King subbed in for Brandon Podziemski. Morris, no good. The Warriors have gone only 2 of 7 from the field since the second quarter got underway. So with Butler sitting on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. We've got Jonathan Kuminga. King is up there with Stephen Curry. And then there's Steven Adams, and it's Christie in at small forward. Now Morris after the missed three from King. Davis surveying the floor, and they double up Davis. 4 on the shot clock. Lively finds Davis. Launches a three. The Warriors pull it in. Adams has got 4 rebounds now tonight.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Yeah, still close, but with their tough play on the boards, we're certainly seeing the effort.
Here's Morris after the made shot from King. And Morris throws it down.
Oh, Kevin, not a petty, not a Manny, but a facial.
Oh, a bounce to the ounce, Greg? Yeah, showing off the bunny.
He's a highlight reel, always on the launch pad.
King with the steal. Curry with it. Guarded now by Morris. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, thank you very much. Anthony Davis broke his defense down for me. He said, I can block shots, switch on to anybody, guard the pick and roll. I can guard the post. I can guard the pin down. So that's my ability. My ability defensively is to do everything. Kevin?
And he does everything. David, thank you so much. The Warriors trail. And many around the league believe Curry doesn't get enough fouls called in his favor. G.A., what do you think?
There could be some truth to that. He gets held and grabbed more than anyone when running off screens, but especially blatant on drives to the rim.
Here's King. Finished off the break. King's got it all tied up now for the Warriors.
Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
Now, here is Morris. Count it. His second make in 4 attempts.
And since the first quarter, we've seen them ease off on that long-range affair. And frankly, that's probably a good idea.
I know there's some teams out there that would prefer to just shoot their way out of a slump, but, you know, getting a few to drop from in close or inside the arc is often a good way to get your whole offense going.
And Morris throws it down.
and one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then, Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Najee Marshall, he's checked in for Jarek Lively. And it's Hardy in for Caleb Martin. Then for the Warriors, Butler, he's checked in for Kuminga. And it's Moses Moody in for Christie. King's shot is off.
He's cooled down a little bit after draining those 2 3-pointers in the first quarter.
Morris, no good.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
And you know, guys, always a tough catch on the lob. Placement and timing have to be close to perfect.
King, the pass to Moody. Three-pointer, Butler. Butler loves the three-point look. Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
It reminds me of that cameo song, Back and Forth.
And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Warriors ahead. They lead by 2. We'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
Well, I think for the Warriors, I had them as a top team before the season, and now I'm picking them to make the finals. Tell me I'm wrong, Kenny. You can't, because I'm right. 2 + 2 is 5.
Moving on. The Mavs find themselves in a battle. Close matchup so far.
Look at the rebounding numbers. I'm surprised they've stayed this close.
And that concludes halftime. Now time to send it over to Kevin Harlan as the game's about to resume.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. It's been a clinic from King.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points and close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up, be physical with him.
Here's out there with Thompson. And it's Green, and there's Davis, and it's Marshall. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Jason Kidd.
I can't believe that in this, Draymond got traded for Max Christie. But why would you trade a center for a shooting guy?
Well, sometimes
reaching back, Draymond. Tim, why are you fouling your teammate, your ex-teammate?
A lot goes into it. Also, you know, getting a cadence for the screener. It's one of the more challenging aspects of NBA defense.
I don't know why I just got fans.
Following the score by Dallas. Offensive rebound. Butler pass to King. Lets it go with the 3.
Boom!
Good, and
nothing but net.
King's got 19
nothing
defensively, they just look out, closing out on the threes in time.
Well, I think they're getting caught in that.
I'm getting double screened by the 2 tallest guys.
3 straight from beyond the arc right now.
Draymond.
Love how assertive Thompson is, just drilling the revenge 3.
King, the pass to Butler.
What the?
It's stolen by Davis. Last break, Dallas. Here's Hardy. No good off the back of the rim. Warriors leading by 3.
Those are okay.
King inside.
I hit by 5.
He's got 21.
I mean,
that's
wait,
3
what?
of 4 here to start the half.
Not
Over
5.
a minute and a half into the third quarter of action. Outside, Davis.
He's gonna get smoked right now.
Pass to Marshall.
If my coach subs me off, we're probably gonna lose.
Now Davis. 5 on the clock.
Davis?
Off target with his 3. Greg, as you were saying, beyond the blocks, what makes Anthony Davis special on defense is the way he navigates the floor.
Kevin, most bigs can get picked on in pick and roll action.
I make this.
Davis
I make this. I make
quick
this.
and smart
Excellent
to take
time.
advantage of.
Let's
He
go.
slip screens, hedge, switch, and
I make this.
recover
Switch.
like he's a 3-and-D wing.
So easy.
Average trail by 7.
Mavericks down by 7. We're gonna win.
Here's Hardy. He's given them a healthy dose of offense each and every night with an average of 20 points a game.
Look at my
Dallas
energy
no good
level.
that time either. And
Unless
Butler
they-
with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Golden State Warriors. 7-point game, the biggest lead in the game. Here's King. The Mavericks pull it in.
Oh yeah, because I have no energy right now, so of course I missed
Just
it.
over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the
So
second
man,
half.
you want to get marked by Adams?
Thompson for 3. Thompson with the 3.
Well, Thompson
Wow.
has no trouble finding himself shots, and he just
Okay,
keep pouring
wow,
them
he
in
made
as long
it.
as he can.
And some
He
changes.
made it, wow. My coach is going to send me on and I'm going to come back on with a bit more energy so I can actually make shots. Okay. Come on. I have 23 points and I need to have 36. Because that's how much I've been averaging.
Maverick shooting in this game, 45%. So with Curry sitting on the bench,
Okay, I'm
here's the
going
group
for
that
3,
Steve
so
Kerr has on the floor. They've got King. Sadiq Bey is out there with Jonathan Kuminga. Then there's Brandon Pajemski. And it's Santos in at the center, filling out the middle. King with it, guarded now by Morris. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
I make this.
And let's get your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Warriors.
I like the fact that they've been very
I make
aggressive
this.
at the
I make my
defensive
free
end.
throws. I
Tenacious.
made my
They're
free
jumping
throws.
passing lanes and coming away with a lot of steals.
And they're also finding a good deal of their points off turnovers tonight. Seems
Get
like every
out.
time they come up with an extra possession, they find a way to convert.
Never mind.
Thompson the layup for 2. Morris has got the game tied up here for the Mavs.
And you don't want to allow too many of those short ones with the game right now in the balance.
King, that's good.
Okay, let's go.
And that's right where they
How
want
much
to
more
go
points?
with the ball in rhythm.
Until I get what I need.
Here's Dallas.
And I think it's
Here's Morris.
8.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
First personal foul, first team foul.
No, shank.
And the first one at the line is
Lucky. Lucky. We do that.
good. Hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Lively.
They're going to get smoked right now. Well,
Here's
I thought
Golden
we were
State.
smoking it.
They
We're
lead by 1.
Make that
Morris
4.
against King. Connects from three-point range. King's got 8 points here in this quarter.
He's putting on a commanding performance here. He's hit 2 3-pointers in each half now.
Nifty move. And there's the play by Morris inside.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Well, you don't want to give him any open shots at this
What?
stage. Never
How
mind the
did he, like,
layup. Come
still-
on now. My goodness.
To the paint. Here's Griffin. Out to Morris. Some nice passing here by Dallas. A shot by Washington, and he's wide open. Hits it from three-point range. And an important part of every team's game. We'll look at the hustle stats for the Mavericks.
I like their defense tonight, and we don't talk about that
I think
side of the
if my
ball
coach
enough.
showed me
You
that.
can really change a game when you get a bunch of steals and get out
Because
of
he actually
transition.
needs to keep
You know,
me on
something
the
else that
wrestle.
catches my eye is the fact that they have blocked a bunch of shots. I mean, the block shot total, extremely impressive. The defensive intensity, top level.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. Mavericks have gotten all 3 of their shots to drop here in the fourth quarter. They came out of the break on a roll.
Boy, they dodged one there, guys. I mean, he got the wide open look
What's
that he wanted,
Anthony
just didn't
Davis
knock it down.
King, the pass to Adams, and the whistle blows. It's going to be on Davis. That is his first foul of the game.
Bro, Davis is dirty. Stop fouling me. And our teammates.
King against
What
Thompson.
did we do to him?
King, that's good. King's got 10 points in the quarter.
And he has just been in a flow offensively. Terrific game. He has been the X factor.
Floats it up for Davis. And it's slammed in by Davis.
Poised under pressure to produce at the right time in the big time.
Stephen Adams caught that.
Now here's King. Shooting foul as the whistle blows.
Bro, I'm drawing in so much fouls.
That one on Thompson.
Really, the right play defensively. If you can't block, force them to the line.
Yeah, exactly. Prevent the layup, give them a little bump, and then maybe they'll think twice about coming into the lane next time. And if they don't think about it, at least they might be distracted by your presence.
Now here's Davis. Pass to Green.
Defend him well, Steve.
Here's Thompson.
Well,
He's covered by King.
I'm not.
Big free throw miss. Anthony Davis, too much size.
Davis playing big.
Imagine the height difference. Curry
extra
and
scoring opportunities as a result.
I mean Davis.
King inside. He's covered by Thompson.
Never mind.
And here's
wow.
Shoots over Curry. Warriors with the rebound. Adams has got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
His name was LeBron James. I'm talking about my man.
Back and forth we go.
Here's Davis. Some
Good
solid
defense.
defense from Butler.
It's exactly the look they wanted, guys. Right guy, right play, wrong result.
Here's King. Lays it up off the glass. King's got 39.
I make this for 13 lead changes. Kind of crazy.
Now here's Hardy. Trying to find Thompson. He gets it to him. The three. And the three ball is good.
Okay, we're tied up.
Got it
all tied up. I feel like there's going to be
doesn't get phased when he has the opportunity.
Here's King.
But like a buzzer beater to win the NBA Cup is kind of crazy. Like a whole trophy on the line, and he just.
Here's Marshall. Defended by Moody. Shakes him.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
So.
King against Green. Pass to Moody. Back to King. Stolen by Green.
Oh my.
And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
You know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
Sure. It's not over. The clock is as much a problem for them as the score is right now, so they got to try to
They
manage
need to miss
And
this.
that's an intentional foul.
They actually need to miss. If I'm going to make one, just miss them both.
So the first one drops, and that makes it a 3-point lead.
Miss it. Miss.
And so
Oh,
both free
they're
throws are good. It's a 4-point ball game.
And those free throws will mean
This we go for a 2.
now. It makes
64-66. Foul them. Hope they miss both of them. Go for a 2.
They're trailing by 4.
That's what we're going to do.
And what's their best move at this point?
Yeah, trying to get back in this thing, they need a score.
Yeah, and they need it hiccup fast. I mean, they'll be drawing up a
Dang
quick
it.
hitter in the huddle here.
I've
no
just
doubt.
lost it. I've just lost the NBA Cup for our team. And this Davis lists.
He drops the first one, and that puts them up by 5.
Good game. GG's became second in the NBA Cup.
So he drops them both. It's a 6-point ball game.
Those free throws are
10
the
by
nail
6.
in the coffin, guys.
Timeout called the
10
Warriors.
by 6.
They're behind by 6. And let's get your take,
I need to go
guys.
for 3 straight.
What's the strategy?
There's still a sliver of hope.
Yeah, but they've got to score and then foul immediately.
Let's go.
Drains it from downtown. And an intentional foul there stops the clock.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone
Miss him.
They didn't really have another
Wait,
option.
jump
I
by
mean, I
4.
thought they did a nice job getting it in his hands and making sure he was the guy who
Jump
go
by
to
5.
the line.
King outside for the 3. That shot missing.
GG's.
So we see the Mavericks get the win here. And this victory locks them in for the Western.
GG's. GG's good game. Wow. We lost the NBA Cup, but we came second. Second is better than last. Anyway, guys, let me just reply stuff. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching, and yeah, see you all in the next video.
You ready for
Peace.